We are knee deep in the PCS preparation season. So, hi guys, I'm Casi Carey from the Carey Collective, your relocation specialist. And today I wanted to jump on and just share with you the timeline to help you prepare for your PCS move back to Northern Virginia this summer. If you've ever moved at all, especially with little children or school-age children, you understand the importance of giving yourself enough time. The earlier that you start, the better off your move is going to be. It's going to feel less stressful. You're going to feel like you can move in with ease and not be worried about registering your kids for school, figuring out their childcare. It just makes your life a whole lot easier. So let's talk about what this year's PCS season would look like. Depending on when you're moving back or you plan to be on the ground here in Northern Virginia, that should set your timeline of when you actually start looking, and that may be when you're overseas. So a lot of people don't know that when you close on a property, in order to get primary rates, which are the lower rates, you want to move in within 60 days of closing. So I've got a timeline ready for you. If you are planning to move into your home in June, if that's the best time for you, you actually can close in April. So if you close in April, remember 60 days to move in gives you till June, which means we should start looking in March. That means you've got to reach out now. So if you're wanting to be on the ground in Virginia in June, you can close as early as April. So we should start looking now in March. Let's go next month. If you're planning to be in your home in July or in Northern Virginia in July, you actually want to close, or you could close as early as May, which means you really want to start looking in April. So we should have the conversation now. And a lot of this is really flexible. So the reason I say you could move in if you're here in July, the earliest you want to close is May. But you could, if you move in June, you could also close in May. The idea is just to give yourself that full timeline as long as possible so your move feels less stressful. So let's talk about August. August is when school starts usually here in Northern Virginia. So if you are going to be in Northern Virginia in August, you could close as early as June, which means really you want to start heavily looking in May. But you want to have the conversation now so we can start to do the pre-work. So notice, regardless of when you want to move in, June, July, or August, if you reach out now, set up a consult with me, we can start to go through the entire process together of what it looks like from getting pre-approved, starting to set up your search, and I can get to know exactly what you're looking for. My husband and I can start to go on tours for you, video the homes for you so you feel more comfortable when it is time to put in your offer. And why do I say the month before you want to close, you really start looking? That's because in Northern Virginia, when it's a competitive market, closings can be as short as 14 days. I get asked that a lot. The longest closings ever really are in Northern Virginia is 30 days. And we don't see those often in a competitive market. So when you're writing a competitive offer, 14 to 21 days is realistic. So to put in an offer that's competitive, you really want to aggressively start looking the month before you want to close. So hopefully you find this helpful. Hopefully you understand if you're moving back to Northern Virginia this year, if you're moving back and you're going to be on the ground June, July, or August, now is the time to reach out. Now is the time to start that conversation, and we can set up your search, and you will be ready to go before your kids start school, before you've got to start work. And here at the Carey Collective, we will help your move be a lot easier. If you need us to help accept your car, your UAB, whatever you need, we're here to make your life a lot easier. So make sure you reach out today. Send me a message, comment below if you want to set up your complimentary consult, and we'll get started.